All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dublin Celtic Tigers and the Brooklyn Beats. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
58. 319. Mike, 58, right there. Base.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The give to Taylor, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 11 more on that one and another first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, Orbit.
On second and 11 now. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's complete to Graham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. To throw on second and 6, Allen. And now he'll tuck it and run. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, it's Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson is going to float this one deep right side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson looking for Harry. This is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Allen. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike, 319. 55. You ain't doing nothing today.
On 1st down, Allen. Open man is Ross, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Allen again. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Allen now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Here's Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Middle. 6-6, bullet pop.
On first down, Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll roll them out right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 27, Allen going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Go!
Allen from the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Well, they didn't really have to earn that 1st down, did they?
Well, they're not having earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a 1st down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Got a man open, it's Ross. 20, there he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Prater on to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
They'll take over. First down and 10. At their own 20.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Wilson to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Again, Wilson. He's going to air one out. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown! John Ross, 85 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A toss play to Chubb. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing is Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You got nothing in there. You got nothing.
Now Allen operating from the gun. Flush to his right. This is the tight end Fant. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And he's got a man complete. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Cut. Switch. Check 31. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. To throw on 2nd and 6, Allen. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. On 1st down, Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen completes it to Hardman. And all the way in for the touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Prater for the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Makes the score. Beats 35. Celtic Tigers 10.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front, they got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 27, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Check, 59. Watch the pass, Here we go.
Following the penalty, Chubb. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
No.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. They give him a gain of 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They run it again with Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen, the sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taken from just outside the 30. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Oh, get him.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better... And now here's another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big run.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And they rattle off a big one. 69 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in it.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dearness Johnson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And an alley to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
and 10.
That's the what? That's the what? That's the what? That's the what? That's the what?
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they